All right, hello and welcome. What the fuck happened here? Hello and welcome back. It's Saturday. We've got two questions that came in through the questionnaire board, which I have in my Discord. Questions right here, where people can post questions. I answer 2 or 3 people at a time, and we got 2. If I don't get 2, if you're new to this channel, by the way, there's quite a few amount of new viewers because it's trending upwards, and it has been quite a bit lately. So just relax. I know most of you guys have seen this before, but for those that don't know, if there isn't a questionnaire on Sunday, I'll normally do an SR redraw or a weekly recap. But because I got the questions in today, I'll answer them today. And these are just questions posted in my Discord, which will be linked in the description. Let's get to it. The first question is, could you talk about spread, how it works, and what it is on Satvid? Yeah, okay, yeah. So on Saturday evening here, 8 p.m. Yeah, I can do that. Spreads are very simple. A spread on a pair, if we just go to this pair right here, is simply the difference between the sell price and the buy price. That's it. That's all there is to it. If we go to another pair, a high liquidity pair, Euro USD, there's a difference between buy and sell. I mean, this is C Trader, so it has a shit spread. If you go on IC markets, raw spread, you have a rebate. Or I know you're from Norway, so you gotta, even though Norway isn't in the European Union, Norway de facto is. So you cannot have a rebate. You can't have a spread reduction, but you can go on raw spread and have a spread as small as possible. And what that effectively means is, how can I explain this in a very simplistic, beginner-friendly manner? When you enter a trade, it won't affect you as much as on the one day. But when you enter a trade, let's say you're going short here, right? Instead of this going down, if you're getting this exact entry here, you might get entered here if the spread is really bad. That would be a horrible fucking spread, by the way. This is more realistic. But over time, that takes percentages off your profit, right? So you want to have a spread as low as possible at all times. There's also the liquidity provider component. So the more liquidity providers a broker has, brokers have to pay for those. So if you are a high lot trader, one lot is $100,000. If you trade, I believe it is, no, it's not 40, it's 200 now. Yeah, 200 lots a month. They will assign you additional liquidity providers on IC markets. And if you have a rebate on top of that, it's really good. That also prevents you from getting gapped out on news cycles. When, for example, if you're, for example, on the wrong side of a news cycle, it gaps. I mean, it can't help you with the gap itself, but you'll get filled more with more liquidity providers, and with the tighter spread, you'll get out quicker. It's safer, it's better, it's more profitable. And even though when we're on a higher time frame like this, it might seem sort of insignificant, the thing is that it will add up over time. And because trading is cumulative, every month, right? You do 10% on one month and 10% the next month. You're not going from, let's say, $1,000 to $1,200. You're going up from $1,000 to $1,100, and then 10% on top of that $1,100. Do you understand? That's $110. So this is a cumulative effect. And if you have bad spreads, that'll fuck with it. You'll be worse off, especially in the long term. And I mean, fuck a cheap ass broker, dude, that won't give you proper spreads. Fuck them. Cheap ass bitch broker. So really, I mean, there's also a lot of sources to read on that. Like, I don't know if I Google understanding spreads. Oh, fuck this shit. Spreads in finance. The difference or gap that exists between two prices or rates or deals. So the difference between buy and sell here. Not more to it. It just means more money, bro. Less spread, more money. If this is too hard, lower spread, better money. It's a very, very, very simplistic caveman like way of thinking of it. It's better than not fucking understanding it and not knowing what's going on. And I'm glad you're not worried about asking basic questions, because I have some people asking me, oh, are those questions too basic? Can I ask that? And oh, I don't look stupid. Nah, bro. When I started, I knew nothing too. I hope that makes sense. If not, you're in the Discord because you asked the question. So you can just ask me if there was something you didn't understand. This second question, oh, it's a long one. I didn't read all of it. Would it be a good idea to purchase property in DNR? So that's Donetsk People's Republic. Specifically in Mariupol and some surrounding areas for after the war ends. I have a little bit over $20,000 saved, and I could get some very nice apartments there that I could resell or rent out. We have millions of people that fled Donbass, and many of them will return. A lot of them already have. There are also some big investors buying up real estate in that area. Prices have already surged these last years from Russia. Okay, so yeah, let me look at this, because I have no fucking idea how to get access to Mariupol, fucking Donetsk People's Republic fucking property data. So I'll just ask ChatGPT. I mean, it's not reliable. Don't ask this motherfucker too much shit, because it's built in to be agreeable with you, right? So be a little bit careful with that. I'll ask you the simple question. How? And I'm going to tie this into your trading. I remember your previous question. I know how much you're doing a month. You're doing about 2% a month. So we're going to look at that, okay? Or how has housing these last years. Let's just see what the fuck it says. It might just tell me to go fuck myself, some Western shit. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, 80% was fucked. Okay, so it's good for you if you want to buy. If there's been significant rebuilding in the fact that new buildings are being marketed to Russians with sort of mortgages. Down 2%, so you can get those at 2% interest rates. I wouldn't use your money then. I'll put down. But let me see. It is not possible to cleanly save. Not pre-war levels. Not pre-war levels. Say these last 3 years. Okay, let's see what it says. Okay, here it's giving me some data. Or on June 22, average 3 million rubles around the same time. Huge demand exceeding supply. Give me fucking percentage, bro. Okay, it doesn't really know. Okay, 2 years. That's 2 years. I just want a number so I can work with your trading. That's the only. Sure. But now it's getting... You can get 2% interest rates. I know you're a Russian citizen. The question says from Russia. Roughly 36,000. Yeah, that's not a lot for many types of units, but no. And all those people left, right? Let's see here now what the fuck it says. There we go. That's insane. So 2-year increase 30%, around 30% in the real estate market there. Fuck, 60 to 70% on 2 years. Fuck me. For resales. Okay. So people are buying them and reselling them. Okay, so I got the gist of it now. To answer your question, that depends on a few factors. How confident are you in your trading? If you can take out a 2% mortgage loan in a city where everything is being rebuilt at a very impressive pace, where people are waiting to go back home, there's a lot of refugees coming back, all that kind of stuff. It all depends on how confident you are in your trading and how much this will affect your trading account. But if you can get a 2% interest rate loan, I don't even know how big your trading account is. You'd have to tell me that, so that's hard for me to gauge. I have no fucking clue. But if you can beat 2%, I mean, if you can stay at your monthly 2%, and you're paying 2% a year, that is just free money, bro. If you can rent that shit out, free money. The problem is, though, you're in you're in Chechnya, right? Yep, in Grozny. So that would you can't drive up and down to Mariupol, bro. You need I actually have some experience with this, owning properties, renting them out, and even just fucking with a 30-minute drive, 15-minute drive, I need a property manager. There's a lot of bullshit. Things constantly fuck around. You have tenants that won't pay. People that won't get the fuck out. There's constant fucking issues. So for me, even though I have 0% interest rate loans, I don't give a fuck how much the prices went up. It's too much of a fucking hassle to deal with fucking property. Fuck that shit. You have to throw people out. They don't want to leave. You need to hire a fucking manager. There's always maintenance. There's always issues. You need an electrician. All fucking power went out, and this and that and this and that and this and that. But if you just want to sell it, I don't have experience with that. You just want to hold it, lock the door, and fucking sell it in a city that's where prices are most likely gonna explode, because Mariupol is on the Sea of Azov, and they are working hard on resupplying it with 2% interest rates on what essentially is a vacation spot home, similar to Crimea, you know, and it's fucking expensive in Crimea. You could see some extremely good profits on that, but again, if you believe that your trading profits are gonna start improving, you say you have $20,000. If you have a $10,000 trading account, if you start doing 2%, let's use the calculator for that. I actually pinged it in the Discord, pinned it, because it's so fucking good to gauge things. And this is where you have to weigh in yourself. I can't tell you, let's say I have your 10 grand account, right? and you start doing 10% a month. And you do that for 5 years, okay? 10% a month, sorry. Yeah, 5%, yeah. That's $186,000. Are you going to have $186,000 out of this if you buy some real estate in Mariupol in 5 years? You might. But is it going to come with a lot of problems? Have you thought about those factors? Have you thought about the price of hiring a real estate manager in? You need someone to sell those properties for you. They need to get listed. You need a real estate broker that's going to take a commission out of it. Hold up. I do have some fucking experience with this. And from this is how I perceived it. Trading was so much better in itself. And this shit you're talking about here, and I'm a little bit biased because it takes time away from you, right? When you are going wage slaving, you've said that, you fucking hate your job and shit. So you go enslave wage, you go into the wage cage, right? You are trading your time for money. You lose your time, it's gone. Bye-bye. Your whole fucking day, your week, your month, your year, your life, you retire, okay? That was that life. He was a wagee, thanks to him, bye-bye. So that kind of goes against or at least my principle of trading, which is the escape of giving away my time. I'm not giving anyone my fucking time. That's why I trade. How many hours do I work a month? I didn't mean to say a week. A month. 2, 3. I'm not giving my fucking time to some fucking faggot I can work for. Fuck that shit. And I'm not gonna hassle with some motherfuckers in a real estate market. You might not give a shit. But that's just my experience. And it has been grossly, extremely profitable doing this. Because if you're doing 5% a year consistently every fucking month for 5 fucking years, you're gonna have a lot more than this says. This is bullshit. You can start your own hedge fund, right? Equity fund. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Your broker, I don't know, broker. You're an IC market. You follow my guide. Yeah, you're an IC markets. IC markets sells these fucking info tabs to hedge funds, to equity firms, to people like me. They give them to me, you understand? And if you're doing those type of percentages, someone is going to want to give you money, bro. Hey, we got $5 million. Can you do that? You can keep 90% of the profits. Can you manage that for 5 years? You're going to get contacted like that by a hedge fund. That's why I tell people, stay away from all these motherfuckers on YouTube that want to sell you these fucking prop firm deals and all that kind of stuff. That's like the easy way out. 5 years, you made it. But if you really like real estate, maybe you want to have a secondary house in Mariupol, you want to get in now, or if you're not feeling so sure about your trading career, maybe you just want to buy it, you still need someone to come check up on it. And obviously the prices are going to fucking explode when the war ends for you. I don't know about how much. Maybe get $1 million house you can sell. I don't know if you're going to buy a house, an apartment, or anything. But you can definitely take those interest rates. And I think the capital required in Russia is like 5%. So you can get a 400K mortgage. But that would require all your capital though. So you wouldn't have to, you wouldn't want to do that. Maybe half of that, 10K, buy 200K house. Or in the top range from what we could read was 150,000. So again, from everything I've explained, that comes down to you and what the fuck you want to do. I've explained the benefits of both sides. I know someone that did it on the other side of the war, that wanted to buy real estate in Kiev for when the war ends, because everyone is fucking gone and millions are going to come back. the prices are going to explode. Now it's cheap as shit. Same type of situation. BlackRock has been buying a lot in Ukraine as well. They're actually the majority landowner in Ukraine now, BlackRock. They own like 50%, 56% of land. That's, of course, excluding Donbass, Kherson, Zaporizhia. But regardless, it is a way you can make money. Yes. Will you make money? Yes. You'll manage it. Will you make more money than trading? That depends. How fucking confident are you on your trading career? If you just did 2%, $32,000, it's not too much. You might make more. You gotta look into it yourself. That's all I can contribute to that, because I don't want to make decisions for you. I give you the tools I have, the knowledge I have, for you to make the best possible decision, but I can't make it for you. With that said, fuck you. No, I'm just kidding, bro. Thank you for the question. That was the whole questionnaire. Yeah, I don't need to close all this after recording. Just start automatically cleaning up. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you got any questions, feel free to leave a comment on YouTube. I always answer YouTube comments. A link to my Discord will also be in YouTube or in my YouTube description. Anyone is free to join. It's not some kind of sales Discord. No course, no mentorships, no affiliates. None of that. So feel free to hop in, and I'll have to see you there. And if you guys have any more questions, those that posted the questions, feel free to ask me in the Discord as well. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.